Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. There's a lot to cover. First off, we're going to start with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. They are trading higher this morning by $5.50 to $12.30 per contract. Very nice little move. It's been a wild session for the markets. You could see in the overnight hours how it was trading down, and then it really blasted higher to around the 1237.50 level, came back down sharply lower, and then all of a sudden rallied up. The same type of action was seen really last night in the Shanghai index, and that's the most important Asian index in my opinion. But the Shanghai index did rally up last night after the lunch hour in China, so very, very good move there. And we'll just see how this all plays out. As we all know by now, or we should know, whenever the markets are higher, that means one thing. It means that the U.S. dollar index is trading lower. So if you want to inflate the market higher, you got to get the dollar down. Obviously, the dollar is trading lower today, and you can see that the markets are higher. Dollar catching a little bit of a bid here, and you can see as soon as the dollar upticks, the markets deflate. When the dollar downticks, the markets inflate. So you don't really have to pay too much attention to all the European news that's being released almost minute by minute, or pay much attention to anything else that's out there. The truth of the matter is that you just watch the dollar. Now, the MF Global story is still in play. Keep an eye on that. Who knows what's really going on with that thing? That's just a mess of epic proportions, but nonetheless, it's trying to be swept under the rug. But it should really be a bigger story than Europe at the moment, but it's not. So in any case, we'll watch how this entire market plays out. Again, if that dollar inches up, these futures will come down. The dollar inches down, the futures and the overall stock indexes will inflate and trade higher. Now, there's a couple things to go over first. Let's talk about oil today. Oil is catching a little bit of a bid. You see the USO is trading higher by about 80 cents at the moment. Closed yesterday at, I believe, at $35.20. It's actually trading even more than that, trading higher, up to $36.12. So big pop there in crude. Spot crude also having a solid day up, trading up $1.40 at the moment to $93.60 a barrel. So pretty nice little pop there. If you look at gold, gold is also trading higher today. The GLD closed yesterday at $167.38. Today it's trading at $168.22. When gold trades up, it's telling you there's inflation coming back into the marketplace, and that's what we have to look for. Now, very important to note, today the Federal Reserve will be making its FOMC rate decision. That decision will be released at 12:30, and then there will be a press conference at 2:15. So again, Ben Bernanke will release the FOMC rate decision at 12:30. Then a press conference will follow at 2:15. Now, this is what you need to know. There's nothing that's going to be said that's going to change policy. Okay, he is keeping rates at 0%. That's a given. What he will say is, he's keeping all options open if he needs to do a QE, and he's going to try to get the market up that way to try and throw a bone out there saying maybe we'll do a QE3. They're not going to do a QE3 at this point. There's just way too much inflation in countries like China, countries like India, countries like Russia, Brazil, Middle East. There's just way too much inflation, so he will not be doing a QE3, but he will probably hint on it. He'll probably insinuate it. He'll probably talk a little bit about that he can do it, but he will not be doing a QE3. What he will be doing is that Operation Twist, and we'll see, how much more he's going to do of that. But I'm not sure that's really all that effective, and we'll just have to watch this market as it goes along. So in any case, going back to the futures real quick, if the dollar goes down, the market goes up. The dollar goes up, the markets go down. That's what you need to know. Let's go over a few different stocks that are trading out there. One, MasterCard having a big move after earnings. Stock is really soaring. I'm not sure it goes higher than this 360, maybe a little bit more it might have in it. 362, 365. There's a pretty good pivot up there from September 20th that it has to clear first. So again, I don't expect much more at a MasterCard here unless the market really rallied. If the market really rallied, then we'd have to watch that closer. But in any case, it's into some short-term resistance at this point. Let's take a look at Garmin. Ticker symbol is GRMN. Let me get that chart. Here we go. Garmin is also trading higher today. Nice little move for Garmin. Again, I think this is overdone. Okay, so great move, great pop today for Garmin. But believe it or not, it is at a very, very good resistance level. And I would leave it alone at this point. It's extended. It's overbought. Maybe. This is a big maybe. It has a shot at $40. If it gets to 40 and the market's looking somewhat weak, this can be shorted. Okay, so I would not be a buyer of Garmin here at these levels. Maybe it has a shot to get up to 40. If the market remains strong, it's going to hold up. The market starts to get weak, the stock will probably come in off the 40 level. I can't see this thing going any higher than 40. It is already extended at this point. Let's take a look at another stock that was a former leader, Open Table. Okay, this stock is trading down this morning. So you can see yesterday was trading somewhere around the 44 level. Today trading down to $36.42. That's a pretty good decline. I have to think the stock could go lower. So I really would leave this one alone. I think Open Table could fall a little bit further. But I would get interested in this name around the 32, 33 level for a bounce. Okay, but that's where we stand at this time. This stock, very weak move. We'll see if it can do something from here, but I'm not going to bank on that. In fact, I think that the stock actually could trade a little bit lower. It is hitting some support down here, but nonetheless, breaks this level. Watch for 33 bucks. That has it written all over the place. Okay, another one that I'm looking at today is Diamond Sugar or Diamond Foods. Big sell-off today. This stock is oversold. Okay, it's oversold. Just trying to find a real good support level for it, but I have to think it's oversold at this point. Trading down to 54 bucks. Maybe it goes down to 50. There, it looks very attractive at 50. It's actually looking attractive now. So, just keep this one. You don't want to go short this stock. Diamond Foods being sold off today. It looks like an acquisition to buy Pringles from Procter & Gamble did not happen, at least not yet. But either way, this stock is just a little bit oversold at the moment. I would not be looking to jump on the short side on this. This thing is due for a bounce, and we'll see how it goes. Now, the Asian ADRs, and I shouldn't say the Asian ADRs, but the Chinese ADRs. Take a look at Baidu this morning. Okay, Baidu's trading at 137.40. Last night, the Shanghai was up pretty solidly. It rallied towards the latter part of the day, all on the back of the falling dollar and also on the back of some news that the Chinese will help the Europeans out. So whether it's true or it's not, I have no idea. The Chinese are just as good as throwing rumors out there as anybody else. So we'll just have to watch it. But if the market remains strong today, the Chinese ADRs could catch some bids. Another stock that's very popular these days is Sina Corp. That's another one that maybe gets a little bit of a bid. Again, the U.S. markets have to be strong for these to get rallies. Otherwise, I would just kind of leave them alone, and watch for scalping opportunities at the right levels. But don't want to jump into them wholeheartedly at this point. Okay? With that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great trading day. Those of you in the chat room, I'll see you on the microphone at 9:30. Everyone else, take care. We'll see you tomorrow.